Let me know you good. Boom. Yeah. That's what I like.
Drop a shot. Oh yeah, this shit banging. Drop a shot. Oh yeah, this shit banging.
Yes, sir. This is the Grownassmentoyz podcast. Favorite podcast. I remember your grandmama used to watch them stories, but now she's watching us. I am TheRealComradd.
I'm Collector 425.
I'm Marvelous Shots.
Yes, sir. And we are here today to bring to you something new and fresh. This is the Grownassmentoyz podcast. We have a special guest here today. I believe everybody knows him. He's pretty much like a household name, like Dove or Dial. You know what I'm saying? Listerine type junk. So, and he's gonna roll out something really special. Back in the days, I used to play Street Fighter, Streets of Rage, Street Sharks. I knew a brother down the street that name was Juan. He used to sell me some, but we ain't got to talk about that. So, yeah, but he's rolling out this product called StreetHumans. If you haven't heard about it, it's making a whole big buzz on the toy community side of things. And this is none other than the brother ShartimusPrime.
Oh, hey. Thanks so much for having me. How you guys doing?
No pressure, bro. Good to have you, bro. Thank you for taking out the time.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Very busy guy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Been really busy, but it's been a lot of fun. I can't lie. It's been a great time doing this. And, going on, being a guest on other channels, I feel like it's a huge honor. And this is my baby, my pet project over here that I've been working on. So getting a chance to share it with you guys and talk about it, I really appreciate it. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Joining us. We appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude, I gotta say, I've never seen anybody go to such lengths to meet and greet and do something like this. It has to take a toll on you, but I'm telling you, I don't really hear about you a lot on Instagram. And this is the most I've heard about you on Instagram in a really long time.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, I'm out here doing everything I can, so I don't know what it looks like from any other perspective. So I'm glad, me getting out here and doing this on all these different platforms, is helping get the word out there. So I'm really glad to hear,
Yeah, no, it's good. There's nothing bad. It per se in terms of like this line. It's just people want so much from it.
Yeah,
and I know you want a lot from it. Is this the first time you're pursuing something like this, or is it like you tried it before and it's the second time around? Or
yeah, this is the second time around. The first time I canceled the project, or I canceled the Kickstarter early, like after 2 weeks, back in 2021, I think is when I launched.
It was pre-pandemic.
Yeah, we're in the pen. Yeah, it was a pretty tough time then. And as far as getting everything I needed in order to like have a proper presentation,
right?
At that point, after 2 weeks, I knew that I just didn't have enough to feel confident about it. But now this time around, I have my prototypes. I have 2 prototypes that are painted, and I have a grayscale prototype. So I feel really good about putting myself out there and showing them off and letting people know how fun the figures are. Because that's another thing about it is like actually having the figures in hand, posing them around. I feel confident telling you guys that these are really fun figures.
Right.
Can't really do that if I don't have the prototype in hand. So now I feel about doing that. And they are very good figures.
So I seen you mess with. I've only watched 2 other shows where, and shout out to everybody that you've done one with. I've only watched 2 other shows where I seen you actually pose them and everything and pop the arms off. I remember you were saying that you didn't want to mess with it too much because you weren't sure, if it was okay to really do that with the prototypes.
Well,
but
it's not.
It's not, right?
It's definitely not. Like these are the kind of prototypes that you are supposed to like see in the glass, that nobody lets you touch them and nobody from the company touches them because they're like the materials aren't really made the way that like this. These are factory prototypes. The tooling hasn't been done yet. So that's what Kickstarter is for. So actual production prototypes. So these are typically the kind that you would just see behind the glass. But I love the swap feature. The figures are a lot of fun. That like I've damaged my own prototypes just so I could show them off. I'll show them off again. So I really don't mind. So this is our lead character, Alago. And our basic figure pack comes with 2 human heads. You have an angry human head right here. We also have the neutral human head, and we have the bat head. So this is the neutral human head right there.
Nice.
These pins are only here because this is a polyurethane prototype. So the finals will not have the pins sticking out, and the paint applications are going to be a lot stronger.
Right.
Something that's very important to me is that these are molded in the skin tones that they're supposed to be. So I don't want them being painted over one way or another in case there's any kind of chipping or anything like that. I want the flesh tones to be true to the different ethnicities that each of the figures are representing.
Right.
And these hands right here are part of a deluxe pack. So the figures will come with fist hands, weapon holding hands, 2 human heads. The 2 that I showed off, I want to put the fist hands on here so that we can see it, how it's going to be, how we have it packed,
Awesome. And while you showing that, my question is, who came up with the names? The names are very interesting.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I came up with all the names. So all of them start with an E because my oldest daughter's name is Emma. So it's kind of like an homage to my daughter. And what I did was I wanted these alien head designs to be based off of animals, but when you look at them closely, it's like definitely not a bat. It's a freaky alien. So I want the silhouette to look like an animal. And then when you look at it closely, it looks like an alien. And then what I did was I took their name in Spanish, the name of the animal in Spanish, and then went with went with an E in front of it. So in Spanish, a bat is murciélago, and I didn't want it to be too long of a name, so I used the last bit of it, murciélago alago. So that's how he's Alago. And then Leon for lion, so he's Eon. And then Walrus is Walrus. Eros, he's Eros. And then Edel for Crocodile is Edel. So that's where the names come from. It's based off of the animals that inspired the alien heads.
That's slick. Yo, so really quick. Normally when I'm buying figures, I have like a nostalgic aspect to them. Like, and I'm pretty sure the same way. I seen a thing when I was a kid, it was dope. And I'm an adult now, and I see something that looks really cool and almost close enough to its likeness, and then I buy it. With this, we don't have a frame. I saw you had a little cartoon. You had like a animated short.
Correct.
Like a rollout, like it's a video game. And then that's a nice little tie-in to make you want to care about the characters and how they look and all that. But like, what's the demographic? Is this like for new collectors, or this for collectors that just want to fill in stuff?
Yeah, originally, for people that like having civilian figures, I feel like nobody's really tackled that. Right. So I saw an opportunity, and I wanted to say, and I thought it'd be great to fill in that gap in my collection. And I think there's a lot of other people out there that need that gap filled in their collection as well. And I really wanted to give something that was kind of fresh and different. And I wanted to go places with this line where I feel like the bigger companies won't really be able to go. We have the modular feature where you could swap them out too. I originally came up with this concept for the figures, having 4 different ethnicities right out the gate. Like that's what I wanted to do. But after that first attempt, kind of, rehashing and coming up with a different game plan, me and the team felt it'd be better to come in with a lot less figures. So we're just starting with Alago and Eon, and still hoping that we get those other characters back. I'd love to see the white character and the Asian character get made.
Oh, so you're starting out with 2, and then you're going to branch out if it is a success.
Yeah, with the stretch goals. So that's why we
Gotcha.
have stretch goals. So yeah, we're starting out with these two characters first, and then we're gonna do, and then we have the other two that would come in after the stretch goals. So it's first we have Alago and Eon offered first, and then the first stretch goal is the accessory pack for Alago, which is the black hoodie and the hood down, hood up option. Each character comes with a unique mohawk with their deluxe pack. So he's going to have a unique human head mohawk head right here. Or I could put it on the figure itself.
Yeah, so that's what we definitely need. Characters with hoodies.
Yeah. Look at it. And you guys, I got to say, all three of you look slick with their, with your own. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, man.
We got to brand ourselves, man.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Yeah, Big Cook says you were his first YouTuber for figures.
Oh, sick. Hey, thank you, man. Hey,
you know what's crazy? Mine too. I started collecting in 2019. Yeah. And I would go to YouTube and I remember seeing you. Like, I'm looking at your background right here, and I remember that background from back then. It's like, damn, I remember all that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna hold you though. It's a lot neater now because before they were everywhere.
Oh God, no, I can't. I would be embarrassed to show you what like it looks like over here. It looks like orders or something. It's really bad. But I'll be cleaning up in here pretty soon. I need like a good half day in the dork room to touch things up. That's like my happy place. Meditate, listen to some music, and clean up the dork room. I love doing that.
Gotcha. So talking about the dork room, do you only collect Marvel Legends? Because I know a lot of people know Shartimus.
No, you don't.
Marvel Legends.
I can answer that for you. You do Hot Toys too, don't you?
Yeah, Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have Hot Toys in here. I have SH Figure Arts. I was just messing around with the SH Figure Arts. Amazing. Spider-Man right there from No Way Home.
Yeah.
I've got my without knocking anything over, I got my DC stuff, my Spawn stuff over there.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, Valaverse. I get all that stuff. I got some Power Rangers over here.
Amazing.
I got an R2D2 right here. I got some Predator right there.
Yeah, everything, bro.
Just name a figure. I got it somewhere around.
So look, like were soft goods on the table at any point during this? Because I feel like I'm just saying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not aiming at you. I'm just saying I feel like with third party and stuff like that with soft goods, it kind of just does it for the figure. And I'm looking at what you got, and I'm like, bro, if he just did soft goods, bro, we ain't talking about nothing. If he had a hoodie that was soft goods or pants that was soft goods, you know what I'm saying? It's just a whole nother thing at that point. But I understand that, the price point would have to be higher, but I kind of wouldn't mind if it was $50 and something with soft goods.
Well, I don't know if it would be $50. I don't know that, like,
I'm just comparing it to other things I've seen on like other sites, and I know they do like limited runs and stuff like that, but go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, and that's a great question because I like soft goods too, to an extent. Like we're just talking about Hot Toys briefly a second ago.
Yeah.
From my experience of playing with Hot Toys figures, I've had rips happen to me a whole bunch of times. The other thing is I want there to be a fun factor involved with these figures where there's a certain level of ease in switching things out. And I have never had an easy time putting a soft goods coat on a figure ever. It's not fun. It may look good.
Yeah.
It's bad, but it's not fun to do that. It's not quick and easy.
Yeah, be delicate.
You have to be delicate. I've ripped fabric before, and I'll try to be delicate, and it still happens.
Yeah.
And I want there to be a quick interchangeable feature with this. I thought going with plastic all the way would be the best way to go. Now you could still add soft goods to these figures, like they are 1/12 scale figures. And Etsy,
G-Spot.
Yeah, there's ways to get the soft goods on these if you want. Like I would not these are meant to be a canvas where people can get creative with them. So
nice.
if I see people doing things with them and taking, you know, soft goods from other figures and using them on these, I would be honored to see that. Like, I would love to see people expand their creativity with the figures themselves. But for what I'm offering, I wanted to have the interchangeable features, and I'll gladly demonstrate it. And this is a very early prototype. Paint applications, like, you know, that like how I explained earlier, you're not supposed to be playing, or I'm not supposed to be playing with these, but for a prototype, with the ease of switching everything out on this, it's just been really awesome. So we can drape the hoodie sleeve over here and then give him different arms, or have him use this as a vest, but I'm going to use the different arms. And these are part of the deluxe accessory pack, and we could pop these on.
How much is the deluxe pack?
$18. Comes with 2 human heads. So you get the mohawk head and you get the additional hair head right here.
Okay.
You get 2 more human heads, and then I'm gonna use this one because it's a little bit easier draping the hoodie up feature on here. And then you can just take and then you get an extra set of relaxed hands, and then you get a set of alien claw hands to fill out the alien look. So, you know, with an extra $18, you could fill out the figure and give them a brand new look.
Right.
It'll also come with a hoodie down option too. So if you want the hoodie down, you could do that. And then you could also use those other heads that you're not using on the figure on a whole bunch of other figures. Like, they fit. I was just messing with this earlier today. Like, this is a Valaverse figure right here. Like, they just pop right on there super easy. Like,
oh, that's slick.
Do that.
That's great.
If you wanted to use a Marvel Legends, like a Bucky Cap mold figure, we have like a Bob right here. Just throw it right on there. So you have use for these heads. They're not just going in a bag, in a bin.
Right.
You're going to have something to do with them. They're accessible. They're very, very manageable with other parts of your collection.
It's great.
So when the Marvel Legends line decided to up the cost, how did that affect you? How did that feel to you when they bumped the price up?
Well, I did not like that.
I was going to see if you was going to keep it real.
Well, I mean, you have to ask me, like, as a action figure salesman, or are you asking me as a
consumer?
Oh, of course that sucks. Yeah. Nobody likes that, unless now there's certain figures that have come out that have a higher price point where I do feel it's justified, where it feels almost like an import figure. It's got so much stuff in there. I'm like, hey, I can't complain about that price point. This has got like everything I would ask for. But there's like I had done an interview with the Hasbro team, and we're talking about like the quantity of figures that come out in a year, and it's just a shame that there's too many figures that cost like $25 or $26 that just don't feel like $26.
Yeah,
and that really bums me out. Now the car salesman guy over here is like, well, shit, man, they're making my life easier because I'm going to show them that I could sell some really dope ass figures for the same price and offer more.
Right.
I feel like I am offering more with these figures because we have this interchangeable feature, and even just between the two, basic figure offerings, like they have interchangeable waists.
Yeah.
So we can pop them off. So if you want to give the black dude khakis and the camo to the Latin dude, you could switch them up like that if you want to.
And what's the price range of those? Like $26 or something like that?
Yeah, $28.
$28. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, try to keep it under $30, which for an independent company just starting out doing this is unheard of. Like this is like this is not a sustainable future living off of Street Humans. Like can't, so I have no goals of quitting YouTube in November.
Yeah.
Would mark my 15th year being a YouTuber. So
congratulations, bro.
Thank you. So I have no intentions of stopping. I love what I do with my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to add this, and I really think I have like some really cool stuff to offer the community with this figure line.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely dope. I don't know what you know. We don't know what you know. I don't know what else is working. I know you have a lot of you got Big Bad, you got your website, you got an international portal that people can order through, and I'm seeing the where we're at with it, and I'm like, yo, how many more people are gonna jump in on this like last minute like they did the Giant Man? And I can't help but feel like if you made it less of a cheaper goal, excuse me, that it would be over and done with. Like if the goal was 85, like you over it, you're there already. You know what I'm saying?
That's already less than what just the figures in the packaging will cost staying in China.
Gotcha.
So if you want to, that's even less than that. So again, I am really tight with the budget. Like I'm keeping this really close. It's actually, to be honest with you, that funding goal is less than what the real funding goal is. Yeah. I'm eating some cost in there to make that 120 a nice round number to make it even more appealing. So if it could be cheaper, I would make it cheaper.
Because the first time you tried it, it was 200,000, right? And it didn't work.
It was like 240, and I had it was like 240,000, way too much. Yeah. And this time I've scaled things down so that we can keep that funding goal low, and hopefully we get past that funding goal so we can get other figures out there.
It looks pretty decent. Like the goal right now is up to 65,000.
Oh, we got a new backer, by the way. I hope you don't mind. I hit the Infinity Gauntlet like every time.
There you go.
Backer. Go ahead. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Backer number 545. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Gotta hit the Infinity Gauntlet. Making a dream a reality, So
shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Real quick, seriously. Really quick, I got this guy, Riley Jackson. Shout out to Riley. He says, Shartimus, man, he's been my inspiration to take pride in my collection and not be ashamed or embarrassed. Been watching him since I was like 8 years old, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how old you are now, so
he's still 8 years old.
It's tough for me, but I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to help you be confident in that. I feel like I'm very lucky that in my personal circle, all my friends collect. So I think having that gave me the confidence to just put myself out there, because all my friends' places, they have action figures on a shelf, and we're talking about, all of us dudes in our 20s.
Yeah.
Right? Like figures on the shelf, figures on the walls. I got the idea to hang the figures from the ceiling from the Kakamang. And, so Kakamang, like we would inspire each other, and so to me, it was just like whatever. And then, but at first I was a little shy about it. Like I was like, okay, only one a month. Mm-hmm. People are going to think I'm weird. So I only got one video.
Grownassmentoyz is known for being weird.
Oh, I'm in the right place. Hell yeah.
That's the name.
I'm the perfect guest for that. Hell
yeah. You know what, man? I was going to say it wouldn't work though. The friend thing, in my opinion, it wouldn't work if you didn't have the guys who were into what you were into.
Yeah, I don't think I would have. Yeah, I don't think I would have been a lot more shy about it. I definitely got a lot of shit from family, like my cousin, because not so on both sides. So like I'm half white, half Latino, and it's like very white and very Latino on each side. So we have like fishing and hunting on one side, and like wannabe vato kind of shit on the other side. So like neither of them really thought we were cool. Like nothing was really badass. So I kind of got a little bit on both a little bit. Lawrence,
that's lit.
Up? Yeah, it came through. Yeah. Oh, right on, man. Thank you. Oh, that's he was 545. Yeah.
There we go.
Badass.
Nice. Real quick, just to not put you on the spot, but now I noticed when you go live on YouTube with Hasbro and stuff. Now, and I know you give them hell on female figures. Now, do you think the best female figure in Marvel Legends right now is the Black Widow?
Yeah, I think it's the best one. I think that's the best one that they've done. I mean, there's some other good ones that, well, from Hasbro. You're talking about from
Hasbro,
yeah. I would say from Hasbro, that's the best female figure that we have out there right now.
I wonder what took them so long just to give us a little taste of they could do it. Like, why it took them so long?
I think, well, man, I know their process takes a long time no matter what they do. Like any kind of change, like with them, it's like the government making change, like Congress, right?
Yeah.
Even if they want to do something, it takes them a long time to do it. So they have that big corporate, bureaucratic process, whatever, that they have to go. Can you imagine how many people got to sign off on adding articulation or whatever cost that? I'm sure they have to have a whole bunch of, I'm sure each of those guys have like 4 bosses, like an office space or something, so yeah, so I'm just assuming that there's a lot to go through, like, so there's yeah, so I don't really know, that's why I think this stuff takes so long for it to actually like come through.
I don't own the figure yet. I'm gonna own it. I'm speaking into existence. I'm gonna own that Black Widow.
You can't say nothing then.
I'm gonna own it. But what I'm gonna say is, what it looks like is the best part about that figure is the butterfly joints.
Oh, the butterfly joints, the ab crunch.
Ab crunch, yeah. Comrade, you don't know nothing.
Yeah, the ab crunch is
just
really.
Saying, I'm looking from outside, looking at. I'm window shopping.
Oh shit!
Yo, I'm gonna say, because if they was doing the Power Ranger girls, they were coming out great.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe female characters are coming out great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what happened to Marvel Legends, and then bam, the Black Widow?
That's something I don't understand, is because like Marvel Legends pioneered this whole 1/12 scale figure at retail thing anyway. Like none of these other lines, Power Rangers, Star Wars, all of every single 6-inch figure line that you see was inspired by Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends was the only one doing it for so long. These G.I. Joe classified figures, which is something that I've been wanting to see forever. And it drives me crazy seeing G.I. Joe classified and Power Rangers doing things that Legends should have been doing first. Like they're the ones that paved the way. Like they should be the ones doing it first. But I have a feeling it has something to do with Disney, because Disney know how to slow things down. I don't really know. No, not really, because I don't really know.
That sounds reasonable though, because if G.I. Joes are packing all that, G.I. Joes have hella accessories, bro.
Yeah, I love them.
Hella.
Yeah.
So you gotta. I mean, it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? How many accessories G.I. Joes have, and then you look at the other figures, you're like, yo, why y'all didn't do that? Why do we only have 2 sets of hands? So I don't know what it cost them to make that, or if they could take L's on the production.
Yeah, they got that dad tax. It's that dad tax. That dad tax. Yeah, Disney's is the daddy, and they're gonna, they have to take their cut. They're gonna use their intellectual property. I mean, I got Street Humans over here. If somebody else wanted to make Street Humans toys, there's no way I'm gonna let them do that without me getting a cut. I came up with these characters. I came up with this concept. You know what I mean? I should get a cut. So I understand. It's just, it's so hard to see that, that difference between the figure lines. It frustrates me too. But at the same time, I'm still I am addicted to G.I. Joe classified figures. I love it.
These guys, they're definitely addicted. I'm not yet.
Mainly the guy in the blue with the hat. He's
this guy.
He get every goddamn G.I. Joe there is.
Yeah.
I buy some of the ones that I never wanted. I saw because I know I'm gonna like it. I'm like, damn. Which one did I just pick up at Ross? I saw
Ross, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Duke with the motorcycle.
Boo, Duke. Yeah.
$10.
Right,
I'm like, oh, come on, man. $10. I'm not.
$10, bro.
Yo, in my eyes, every G.I. Joe is an army builder. In my eyes.
Yeah. It is now. With Ross.
I've been wanting this for so long. I've wanted, and I'm not even a huge G.I. Joe guy. I just got myself into the franchise really this summer when I got the first trade paperback. So I've been dabbling in the comics, and I like the Hama comics are great, but it was never like my favorite franchise. Like, I'm a Transformers guy, so G.I. Joe to me was kind of like, as a kid, G.I. Joe, professional wrestling, it wasn't as cool to me because they looked too normal. Like, it was too real. It wasn't fantastic enough, like transforming robots, you know. So the franchise itself was never my favorite, but ever since I'd gotten Marvel Legends, I thought to myself, I would love G.I. Joes just like this.
Right.
The fact that they're doing it and they're just crushing it so hard.
Man, it is so amazing.
It's
like
amazing.
The last episode we just put out, we were talking about that for most of the episode. Honestly, it's something that you don't really want to acknowledge as much, but you can't deny. I mean, the Joes and McFarlane are the surprise of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I, hands down. You know, their production rate and the hitters are like coming back to back, and you're like, yo, I want to ignore buying all of these, but I gotta respect what they're doing.
So from us toy photographers out here, just the fact that we could like make our imaginations go wild with Marvel Legends and G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
And some people get even crazier. They do Power Rangers and G.I. Joes or stuff. So your project, Street Humans, will fit in beautifully with everyone else's imagination.
Right.
I could see somebody, and I'm from New York, so
cool.
I could see someone doing like a quick custom DMX figure.
Oh yeah.
Def Jam.
Yeah, real quick.
The fighting game, right?
Yeah, Def Jam Fight for New York.
Yeah.
So you know, I see it. I'm looking at it here, and I'm like, yo, this got New York feeling. You know, it gives me that New York feeling. You know, from home type of shit.
So I'm from San Francisco, and well, just outside of San Francisco. I was born in San Francisco. From my point of view, growing up, New York always looked like a magical place. So my parents both grew up in the city, but I live out 15 minutes away in the suburbs. But on the weekends, when it came to going out to the movies or doing anything special, all the dopest spots were in the city.
Yeah.
And it was always like it was like a cool adventure, and it'd be kind of grimy, you know. You see city, you know, like some city grossness, you know, you just run into that. But it was part of like the whole, like in my mind, that was part of the whole thing. And growing up watching movies, Ninja Turtles and all kinds of stuff, like New York just seemed like the dopest of cities that you could ever visit. And I first visited New York City in 2005, and like we drove in, so I got to see the whole long cityscape that actually kind of bends a little bit, you know. It's so big, and I fell in love with New York right away, man. It was like everything I wanted it to be, and I got to visit at a time where it wasn't like I had the luxury of visiting like after a lot of like the hard stuff had kind of gotten
happened,
you know. I think it had changed by that time, so it's like I didn't really experience the old New York that I'd seen like in movies and everything. So I got to, you know, and I've visited New York at least like almost once every year since then, not during the pandemic years, but you know, I've gone to New York quite a few times, and I was just there like last month, and I love it over there. Like New York is awesome. It's my favorite place outside of my hometown, you know. It's my home away from home.
Got you. Legends Never Die say New York City is dirty. Man. I can say honestly, you said it's magical, Shartimus.
Yeah.
The only thing, in my opinion, because I'm in Pennsylvania, I'm right there by New York.
Oh yeah, you're close.
Been there a few times, man. The only thing magical in New York to me is the rats, bro.
What? I know those rats. Oh, I should. There's all.
That's bullshit.
Okay, so I was just shout out to Swift and Oscar. We were in Greenwich Village just looking for a place to hang. It was like Saturday night. We were looking for like a club or a bar or somewhere to go to. Right. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember last time I was in Greenwich Village, like there were just like people everywhere. Like it was like little like party college kind of area to me, you know, that's what it looked like anyway. But for some reason we were there and like nothing was going on. It was like dead. I was like, what the hell? And there's this place that looked like it was a bar or something, but it was all like closed up. And I think Oscar or Swift, they were trying to open it, but it was all locked. Like, oh man, that place is all closed. Yeah. We walked down, we walked back, and then there was like a bouncer in front of it. And we're like, oh, what the shit? Like, oh, there's a bouncer there. Like, oh wait, place like open or what? As we walk past, like this dude walks out of there. This like short Arabic looking guy, but like he looked like Ron Jeremy. He's like smoking a cigarette. And he's like, hey, where are you guys going? Huh? You don't like white women? We're like, what are you talking about, man? He's like, you two over there, you can come in, but him with the leather jacket, he's pointing at me, right? He's like, you're too stiff. You're the. Do you guys cuss on your stream or no?
Yeah. Whatever you want to say.
But you. This motherfucker right here, he's too stiff. He can't come in. And I was like, what? I'm the motherfucker you want going in first, man. What are you talking about? He's like, all right, fine. You guys can come in. And, you know, he introduces us to the bouncers. He's like, these are my new friends. And we walk
new friends.
Yeah. Like we walk in there and the place was crazy. It was like that movie Coyote Ugly. Like there was like everybody was like dancing. There's women on top of the bar and on top of tables and all this crazy shit. I was like, oh my God. That shit was magical. I was like, what the hell? Like, would have never thought all that shit was in there. That was crazy. I got a free drink in there. I didn't dance with nobody because I'm a married man. I just enjoyed the environment, you know.
There you go.
And had a couple of drinks. And yeah, so it was cool. And just like the food around there and the sights. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've never really soaked enough New York in, but you know, I'm scared of one day getting jumped because it sounds like everybody that's grown up in New York has gotten jumped at least once. So it's like I feel like it's a rite of passage that I'm scared I haven't gotten my ass jumped yet. So it might happen to me one day while I'm all happy, like walking around.
And you like in your 60s and shit?
Yeah, I'm all happy, like thinking
fine. That SpiderMan is not a letdown, and it started being
dude. So the line, man, I gotta say, bro, I don't know what you gotta do. I don't know what else needs to be said. I saw you dropped a promo spot earlier today, and you were just encouraging everybody. You know, it's only a few days left. Yeah, 2 days. Is it 2 days left?
Saturday, yeah. Saturday is the last day to back the project, and you know, I'm hoping people that are sitting on it, wondering about it. Hey, we got 3 more backers, you guys.
Talking about it, bro.
Show the glove. Show the glove.
So they in here, bro. They in here.
Oh yeah.
We appreciate everybody that slid and came to support Street Humans and just join it live. I hope you guys are subbing too.
Thank you. Yeah, make sure you guys all hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, I know your mama raised you right. I know y'all subbing too.
Yes.
Now, hey, Shartimus, I got a question for you, right?
Yes.
Just thinking about it. Now, you pretty big on YouTube. I checked you out today before we hopped on. You got 645K subscribers.
It's crazy.
Right.
Beautiful. I almost at 1 million.
Yeah.
You got one of those little buttons and shit?
Well, I have that for the 100K. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's 100K. So I only have one button. Is it 500? I think there's 100,000, and then there's the 1 million.
Okay.
Nuts.
Cool.
So one day I'll get to 1 million, but not yet.
No, you're gonna get there, bro.
You close. You right there. So what I'm saying is, you got that 645K. Then you got 77K followers on IG.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, why do you think this hasn't been backed already? Because I was adding up myself, like, damn, you got 70. This is how my mind thinks. 77,000 people. It's only $28. That's one Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
So if 77,000 people donated $28, you had $1,843, something like that. 43,000, something like that.
Right.
Why do you think, in your opinion, this hasn't been backed already?
Well, it's the same thing that I've always told myself to keep myself humble with the channel and the growth of everything. This guy. The people are I don't think that subscriber count would be there if not for SpiderMan. I think people come to my channel as SpiderMan fans first, and then they like what I have to say about Spider-Man figures.
Okay.
You know, a combination of a pre-existing successful franchise, and then however I talk about that product or whatever, then that combination of the two. So when you take out the pre-existing franchise, I think that makes a difference. Also, these are brand new characters, like you guys were saying. There's no like people didn't grow up, you know, with StreetHumans when they were kids, and you're seeing articulated versions, because like having Spider-Man figures like this was something that I always wanted to have when I was a kid. So to see it now as an adult, it hits a different point in my head. So I think that's the main reason why this is something brand new. People haven't seen me make figures before too. Like, I'm a reviewer. There's a big difference between being a reviewer and being somebody trying to make this stuff, right?
Right.
So it's like,
but I think it gives you more validity because you've seen everything that comes through our world. You know what I'm saying? Not everything in the literal sense, but like a good number of things, and you have the pre-existing experience to know what's good and what's not. However, I do think less is more. Like when you said the Spider-Man thing, I'm like, bro, if you just created like goons, like a goon pack, like bump all the animal stuff, just a goon pack that has this stuff in it, I think that's just like reason enough, you know. I think the animals add an element to it to where it stands by itself and you find out how to mix it. But if you just had like a pack of thugs that looked good with figure arts or Mafex and stuff like that, you know, I know you're not like open to that right now, but I'm just saying like that would be, and you could keep the same name, like, but just this is the
what you're touching on is one of the hurdles of the line itself, which I didn't expect to be so complicated. There are people that would say the opposite of what you just said, and I've
really
been that. Like, focus on the alien things, man. Like the civilian things is boring. Like, just do the alien stuff. And I'm like, wow. Like I because to me, both aspects of it are extremely interesting. Like, I love both sides of it, but there is like the civilian look and there's the alien look. And that's kind of like a tough thing with this line, is that I'm trying to please two different at the same time. One of them's very realistic and rings true to I geeked out. I saw a black dude wearing my whole Alago getup on the street a couple of months ago. You know, I wanted to yell at the guy for a second, but I'll leave him alone. Oh shit, Alago, sick!
Hey man, can I be your friend? What's your name?
Yeah, did you call me?
Yeah.
But like, I love that there, and then people will reference like characters I don't even know about that they think they look like, or people will say that one looks like my cousin or something, you know. I love that they have this realistic look to them, but then there's also the fantastic side of it with the freaky alien heads. So so it's kind of a thing where it's like there's some people that are going to say just ditch the alien thing, focus on that part, but then there's also people saying,
we can't please everybody.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that everybody, man, people like what they like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, you can't make everybody happy. Right. So you got to just do what makes you happy at the end of the day.
Right. And I feel really good about the offering too. Like at first I did not include the alien heads because I thought, well, you know, that's more of my creative pet project side of this thing. People are just going to want the civilian thing. Right. And a bunch of people complained about it not coming with alien heads, like angrily, like, how are you going to leave out the most interesting thing of these figures? I'm like, wow, thank you. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to include that shit because I wanted it to be there in the first place. Talk to the factory, they're able to make it work. So we're able to make changes if they're, if it's doable and everything.
Yeah, right.
So I'm trying to please everybody as much as I can.
So real quick, the title Street Humans, right? Now, if I'm looking into it and I'm like, Street Humans, and then I see aliens. So I was like, wait a minute. So this ain't Street Humans. These are like street aliens. Monsters or something like that. Yeah, so who came up with that name, like Street Humans, and said, you know what? That's what they are.
Yeah, I came up with that. Well, I wanted it to be campy. Like I wanted it to have kind of a generic title because I wanted the message to be out there that this is kind of a campy, like B-movie kind of vibe where you could just collect a bunch of army builders that are in civilian clothing. Right. And I thought it would be really fun to kind of, do a play on words kind of thing. Like just make it very obvious that these are, like I didn't want to use names like words like thugs or goons because I wanted them to also like the dude like I saw wearing this, like he's just a dude. He was just a dude walking. He wasn't a thug, right? Like he was just a guy. Yeah. So I didn't want to tag that line with it because I don't want us to all assume that that I'm trying to make them necessarily all bad guys. Like I'm calling like their official name is like the wave is dudes. Like that's the name I'm using is
dudes. Okay.
I want like the first is the dudes wave, so I wanted it to purposefully be a little bit generic, a little bit campy, a little bit corny. I get it, but that's part of the whole thing. And I wanted the story to have a very like rough, gritty B-movie kind of vibe.
Yeah.
If I get a chance to flush out a cartoon, like it would be violent.
Yeah.
And these street humans like just biting limbs off. They have their own powers where they just, could rip each other apart and stuff. So, and kill humans too. So there's that whole thing. They have their own storyline. So, the way, the reasoning that the name also kind of works on a play on words where the aliens refer to us as street humans. So that's another thing I wanted to play with. Very much inspired by The Walking Dead, where, you read the comic Walking Dead and you see all the zombies, you think, okay, yeah, Walking Dead, zombies, I get it. But I love that extra layer to it where as you're reading the book, The Walking Dead is not the zombies. It's not the walkers. The Walking Dead, we are the Walking Dead. That's what Rick Grimes says, is that they're the ones that are destined to die. They're the Walking Dead. So
that's good right there. Wow.
Bars.
So
Bars.
Yeah. The street humans are what these aliens refer to us.
Yeah.
They see us as street humans. We're the street humans in their eyes. They're actually called Udubans. The name of the planet is Uduba. So that's their name for us, and they morph into street humans.
Now, let's just say if this gets funded, right, and hopefully it does. So please,
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing this roll out because I'm like,
please back project.
Oh yeah, they'll back it. I think there's just a bunch of people sitting on it right now that want to wait for that Friday check to come in, and they'll pledge as soon as that goes through. I'm sure.
Yeah, I have a good feeling. So now let's just think about this. Now, once this goes through in the future, are you gonna have like an energy pack? Because you mentioned powers and
accessories
and stuff. Are you gonna be probably working on that?
Yes.
Future?
Yes, I have other accessories I want to do first, but I want power effects and stuff like that for each of the characters that can be utilized. Again, everything I come up with for this line isn't meant to necessarily just stay within the Street Humans lore and only work within the Street Humans lore. It's meant to be used across as many figure lines as possible. So when I'm thinking, Alago has telepathy effects, like telepathy powers. Like I have ideas for utilizing that with maybe some X-Men characters. There's other avenues that we can go. Like we could expand the collection with those power effects. So that's something I definitely want to roll out. Like that's what the future looks like with this line is variants and accessory packs.
You gonna do females too?
Damn it, Marvins, you beat me to it, you bastard.
Man, it was in there. It was already written in the stars, bro. You was gonna say it eventually.
But I was gonna say, would there be street ladies?
Yeah. Hold on, bro. I already asked him though, so we good.
Yeah, I would love to if I can. That would be next after I roll out all the accessory packs that I want to make. Wave 2 would be female figures.
Wait, well, hold on. Are they gonna be like diverse? Like, are they gonna be like voluptuous women?
Some a little bit more than others.
Yeah, big girls. Girls with no booty.
Yes.
The real question is, are they gonna have nice feet?
Well, because
you gotta spread the spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Are they gonna have nice feet?
And
nice feet.
Yeah, that's like.
Hey, Charmin. Hey,
I mean, we could pop the feet off right here on the guys. So whatever we do on the guys, we make sure that we could do it with the females too.
Oh, that's lit.
And here's the other thing. I don't want to skip the question, but I just want to point it out that I'm thinking ahead of time. I wanted to make sure the ass on these dudes was appropriate for man butt lovers. I personally am not a man butt lover.
No, but there is people out there. Hey, yo,
and our sculptor is not a man butt lover.
Uh-huh.
I wanted the not like an Easter egg, like it stands out too much, but I just wanted to make sure that later on, when I make my female figures and they're to my liking, I want to make sure that this is to other people's liking.
Yes.
So my wife really helped a lot photoshopping some images. We took the original sculpt that we had, and my wife actually used Photoshop to like sculpt herself how she wanted the butt on these to look. Right. And then our sculptor went with those images over there.
So in other words, your wife didn't tell you to stand in front of the mirror.
If you want to know what my ass looks like, no, these are not my ass.
I was going to say, Charmin.
I was like, oh, where are all the backers going? That's what's going to send it up. That's what's going to get this thing passed. This is a Shartimus ass right over here. On
there you go. Carefully crafted cheeks.
Yeah.
For your enjoyment.
I gotta respect everybody and what they like. And no, but for real, I like it when I hold a female figure and it's subtly there. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, subtly there. Nice. Yeah. I want everybody to have that experience. So
now, you think the Marvel Legends Moonstone body won't be good for that?
Moonstone, yeah. She have to
again. Oh, are you talking about my favorite female? Like what? Yeah, the Moonstone body. That's a great reference point. But our sculptor, I've seen him sculpt some females, and we've discussed it in great detail. That we agree on a lot of
cakes,
a lot of the points that need to be hit on that female sculpt. I'm very confident that he's gonna.
The bakery is in business.
Yeah.
So your sculptor, the one that you're talking about, does he have an Instagram or YouTube, or he's just
Brandon Gash? I think it's he posts a lot of his work over there too. Brandon Gash.
Okay. Brandon Gash. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's worked for Super 7, and he's done a lot of work for Nacelle, and I think what was the other one that I know a bunch of the Super 7 stuff that he's worked on is like getting rolled out right now. But yeah, he's worked for a bunch of other companies. Doomboy Studios, he's done that female figure over there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's done incredible work, man. Very realistic, and he really liked the idea of working on these different ethnicities, and I really think he put a lot of love and care into making sure everyone looked properly represented. Right. Nobody looks like any kind of stereotype in any kind of way, or looks like any particular actor. You know, like we really wanted, we really handled these sculpts with care across the board.
And that's what, especially the time that we live in now,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any plans if this gets future, pushed through? Any plans to do like a Build-A-Figure or something like that?
No.
Good question.
No.
No, absolutely not. Because I want to keep it. I want bigger dudes. I want to have like a Gordo wave. That would have some big guys.
That's what I was thinking about.
Or troll.
Yeah. So yeah. So, yeah. Right. and like, I have a couple of people in my personal life that would be a cool inspiration for that too. I mean, well, not that these weren't. Also, my cousin. I have a cousin that was kind of inspired by some of this also.
Yeah.
But, the goddamn, my phone's going off. Oh shoot. But the I'm sorry, the Build-A-Figure idea is just so complex and it would be so involved to be able to do something like that. It would have to, like, you know, that, and I personally don't even have like any ideas that I'm dreaming of with something really large like that. Like, a lot of my energy is being put towards filling in the gaps that I'm seeing in the collection. So I'm thinking more along the lines of accessories. Also, I want to continuously make very affordable product. Like, I don't want to make stuff that's going to be really expensive. I want to make stuff that's easy for you guys to get, really affordable, cheap prices, add them into your collection and keep moving forward.
So this gets back. Let's just walk me through. This gets back in 2 days, and how soon are we going to be on the ground with production and everything going out?
Yeah,
is it a year time?
It's industry standard is about a year, so we're looking at November 2024 from these actually like arriving in the US, and then we have to get them out there. So
yeah.
Now going by what my brothers were going by, my question to you is, what would happen if your tour line doesn't get backed? And what's your next move?
That's one of my questions too.
Yeah, I'm not really getting into details as far as like the backup plans that I have in mind, but I have several backup plan ideas, and I don't want to put it out there.
That's good.
Because it's like, I don't want it to be like, oh, but I thought you said you're going to do this, but you're not doing that. You're doing this instead. So,
and it's good. Negative. It's always good to be positive about.
Right. Hopeful.
Yeah. But I think this is the best way for these to get released, because this is like a really good price for this offering. And I'm worried that, you know, the other avenues that I'm looking at aren't necessarily as low. Like the price would probably have to be higher, taking another stab at this, doing this a different kind of way. So I really hope it gets backed in this particular way so that we can keep this low price point going. If I have to go a different route, it's probably going to have to be a much lower order quantity, which would have to kick up the pricing. And I've already looked into that. I mean, it would have to be higher, and I don't want them to be higher. I want to sell you guys cheaper figures. So back it now while they're cheap. So
back it now. Yeah.
Shit. $28 ain't, to be honest, ain't shit, because we spend that
way more than that. Yeah.
Marvel Legends, and we GI Joes and McFarlane's and something different, something fresh, something cool.
Yeah.
And
hey, Starman, check this out. If you get to the point where you're about to I guess build the Gordos, the big guys, and you need a butt sculptor, a male butt sculptor. I'll have my boy right here with the hat.
Oh, Comrade.
Oh, no, he's talking about you. Quality cakes.
I'll have the blue hoodie on in the back of the cakes. Hey, he love the cakes, man. He can help you out with that.
Why you gotta pick on the Latino guy, bro?
Hey, you got the pound cake, bro.
Come on, Shaunimus, man, back me up, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, hold up. He ain't backing nobody up.
Hey, yo.
Backing up. Hey, yo, pause.
I'm not gonna back anywhere. I'm backing up nowhere right now.
But we appreciate your time. Thank you to everybody in the comments that asked questions. Dude, this got to get done, man. This has to happen, bro. And I don't know what else. Are we the last stop for you, or you got one more?
We got 2 more live streams. So I have a live stream tomorrow with Nostalgia unboxing, and then on Saturday I'm doing an all-day, all-night live stream until this thing ends at 1 a.m. Saturday night.
It's lit.
And I'm gonna have some guests. Ryan Ting from Hasbro is gonna be on. I got
this thing on your bag, bro. He gonna have everybody in there, bro.
Yeah, everybody.
David Bonner's gonna come through, and Parallel Universe is gonna come through. Xmanny87, and I'm trying to get a few other people in there as well. So so I'm looking forward to that Saturday stream, and I'm gonna gotta get that.
Awesome. And one last thing before you go, a personal question, because we all fathers here, and I know ShartimusPrime is an amazing father. I've been following him on YouTube since his first daughter was born. So he's an amazing father. Now we all are amazing fathers here, but now you seem like you are super busy, and we appreciate you for actually doing this with us.
Thank you.
You know, we are a smaller page that's trying to grow, and we always be like, you know what, those people that have like 78K, they don't look at us because we ain't nobody to them. But this right here gave us like, you know what, that's not true, really. You know, Conrad reached out. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Shartimus. When he reached out, I was like, he ain't gonna do it.
Oh no.
Because I'm like, yo, because we are a smaller page.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably super busy. I was like, bro, Shartimus that does Hasbro and all that stuff, that guy's too busy. He ain't gonna have no time for us.
Right.
And I'm glad he, you know, he proved us wrong. You know,
no, this is a big deal, bro. Not because you've made a name for yourself, but because it's like a label that people that have a lot going on, that they just don't look at the community as much, you know, in terms of like supporting other, like they're already supported, but they don't look to support others as much. And like you're kind of kicking that stereotype in the face right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
To be honest, a lot of people feel that way, and we keep it 100 with you. A lot of people feel that way. And it's sad.
I that's, from my point of view, that's I'm looking at it as you guys giving me an opportunity. You know what I mean? Like from my point of view, like you're giving me an opportunity with this. So I mean, I think it would be like really stupid if I was like, no, not enough subscribers. Bye. Like what? I can't imagine doing that. Now, one thing that like from the very beginning, I've wanted to connect with people with my YouTube channel. That is, you can find the video. I wanted to find other collectors at WonderCon San Francisco, like before I even had 20 subscribers. I wanted to do that. And so connecting with people is always a goal because I love YouTube. Like the concept of YouTube, being able to, the idea, I mean, I'm an 81 baby. So I grew up watching TV shows. You watch your TV show and then you watch the next show and that's it, right? Having the ability to write a comment for the creator to see what you wrote and then they can back to you, like that drives me crazy. That's amazing to me. So having that kind of connection, I think is like a huge deal. And I've always, so being on here and doing this is just, I feel like has made me feel even closer to the community.
Right.
And no matter what happens, it's I feel even closer to the community right now more than ever. I'm learning about newer channels that I didn't know about before, like you guys, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm learning more. I'm following new pages. You know, when, you know, you hit me up, I start like scrolling through your videos and I'm like, wow, okay, cool, man, shoot. I'd love to talk to these guys. And
so what did you think when Grownassmentoyz?
Grownassman? I read it as Grownassmentoyz. It's Grownassmentoyz.
Yeah.
So it's Mentoys on your guys.
Grownassmentoyz.
Yeah.
And my shit is the only one that say man toys. I got it fucked up.
Yeah. You got man toys. I got man toys.
Yeah, because the name is like, yo, like, can you say that? Can you? So a lot of people are taken aback by, oh shoot, you can say that. Like, what you said, Stevie? I think collector seen Mr. Stevie, and he was like, yo, he's like, oh wow, okay, that's what we're going with.
Yeah, so he came up to me and he was like, wait, you want me to follow you? I was like, yeah, please, can you follow me? He was like, so what? I said, Grownassmentoyz. He was like, wait, the butt, like grown ass.
Like grown ass. Oh no, I thought because I've been told so many times, like you're a grown ass man playing with toys. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, there you go.
What's wrong with you, grown ass man? Yeah, playing with toys, like yeah. So or we're some grown ass men playing with toys over here, like
straight up.
So yeah, I got it right away. But yeah, no, I thought like I thought you guys were keeping it like hell, and you guys were keeping it real with whatever you're talking about. You guys are talking about Giant Man. I peeped in on that a little bit and everything. So it's you know what I mean. So I think you guys are just being like legit and honest with your opinions.
Yeah,
and you're putting it out there. So I was looking forward to this. I think
pleasure, man. Pleasure, man. We genuinely appreciate it. More to come. If you need to come back around, you need a place to, shout the bullhorn, all that. We got you, bro, for sure.
Thank you. Bro. Yeah, I'd love to do it again. Thanks so much, you guys. Appreciate the opportunity.
Please back this amazing project.
Back it, bro.
So, Shartimus, if you want to,
Saturday is the last day to back the project. We have bundle add-ons there. So if you'd already backed a 4-pack of the regular versions, you can do an add-on order for the variants at a lower shipping cost so that you can have your order bundled together. If you get 8 or 20 figures, the price goes down per figure. So for any wholesale buyers out there or any retailers that are looking to pick up, you can get multiples and get a cheaper price on them. And again, I'm just really grateful for the way I've been treated during this whole campaign. It's gone, not that I thought it would go terribly, but it's just gone so much better than I expected it to be, and I've had so much fun doing it. So, you guys are saying like, oh, you're out there doing all these shows and stuff. It's like, well, I'm also having fun too. So it's I get tired, but it's like vacation tired. You know what I mean? Like, no, I want to do that shit again. It's just, I get tired, but it's a fun tired.
So how do you squeeze in like daddy time and family time?
Yeah, it's tricky. Like, well, the last month it's been really hard. I don't want to come out here and complain or anything. It's just been like hard keeping everything together. Right. So it's been really stressful on my wife because I've been spending less time with the kids, but I try to make up with it. I try to make up for it in the mornings, but it's like I honestly haven't been spending as much family time as I wanted to because I've been so wrapped up. Right. But Halloween, like I was so happy, I wanted to cry. I was like, because I was just like everything that's been going on with this, like while I love it, like having the break from it, and just focused on hanging out with my neighbors and my kids and my wife and just walking around the neighborhood doing the trick-or-treat thing. And I'm pretending to be a zombie. I'm like,
that paint was crazy. That paint was crazy. I don't know who did that, but that was decent.
My wife did that. Yeah, Charlita she's got artistic talent, man. She knows what she's doing. So yeah, she's a great photographer also. But yeah, just having that family time, having just being focused on the family during Halloween, that was awesome. It felt like I was like it was a blissful time. So after the campaign's over, I'm gonna go back to my normal life, try to get myself back into my exercise routine that I was enjoying for a little bit there, and get back to sleeping. Sleeping would be nice. I mean, the stress involved with this thing is fucked up. I don't wish this on anybody. It's crazy because
but that's how you're making a difference. You're powering through this thing, and I'm telling you, man, I've never seen, and maybe I'm just green to all this, but I've never seen anybody do this. And I heard about you doing it, and I'm like, and Machu hit me. He was like, "You don't want to talk to him?" I said, "Bro, you're not gonna talk to me." Machu was like, hit him and see what happened, and then you hit me back. So I'm like, bro, I've never seen anybody do such an elaborate, tour and so many shows. But it's worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Everybody's gonna know you, and it's like an album release party, bro. Like everybody's gonna have a little taste of Shartimus. Pause. That sounded crazy.
Right. I gotta give a shout out to Unparalleled Universe because that's where like the concept idea for doing like a whole bunch of live streams really came from, seeing him do that. So I wanted to, I wanted to do something similar. That's where that
That's what's up.
Came from. So
it works.
But it's been awesome.
Yeah, man. Pleasure to have you. Thank you everybody for joining in and coming to the stream. I mean, this was great. Learned a lot, and I think that it's not unreasonable to back this. I think it's very reasonable given all the information here today. This is very educational. I have been the real comrade.
Collector 425.
Marvelous shots.
ShartimusPrime.
Hope you guys have a good night.
All right. Shartimus, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We outside.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.